Hello, welcome to yet another episode of the weekly video series. Now, today I'm going to talk about something very special. And if you're a service-based entrepreneur, this is something you need to pay particular attention to. Now, this is how you can actually create loyal customers using the concept of personalization in your business. You see, today, more than ever before, customers do not want cookie cutter system of offerings. The reason is because there's more competition and we have AI, we have different technologies. So people are now expecting that the service providers meet their unique needs. And it's very important that as an entrepreneur you need to understand this, because if you don't understand this, then it's going to be very difficult for you to convert customers into raving fans and importantly into repeat customers, because as you know, a business is sustained by returning customers. A returning customer is 8 times more likely to purchase than a first-time customer. So this is very important. So how can you start the process of personalization in your business? That's the key question. The first is by understanding deeply your audience. Now, when you understand your audience inside out, one way you can do that is to gather insights about their preference. So when you have insights about their preference, this would be their pain points, this would be their goals, their fears and all that. That is one way of understanding your audience. Once you do that, it's going to create for you a leverage of how you can personalize your offerings. So how do you actually get to understand your customers deeply? Number one, you could conduct surveys or some interviews, one-on-one interviews with people who you're already serving, so that they can tell you their pain points, their goals, and their aspirations. Two, then you can also analyze past interactions to identify patterns. So you can look at your business, like the customers you've had for the last maybe 1 year or 2 years, depending on the life cycle of your business, and then you can see, okay, I think this is the trend, so I might be considering this path. So that's a second way of understanding your customers deeply. Then third, you can actually, and this is what we usually teach in our programs, you create a detailed customer persona. So by customer persona, this is like, persona is like an avatar. It's like, who does your customer look like? What are their characteristics? Their thought process, their needs, and all those kind of details that you'll find as you go along. So by having that, it gives you an idea of what your ideal customer truly is. Once you have that, then your life is going to be one step closer to offering personalized services. The second is to offer customized solutions. Now, this is very important. So instead of providing cookie cutter services, it's recommended that you adapt your offerings to each client's needs. Like for instance, in one of our programs, we call it the Business Accelerator program, where we train first-time entrepreneurs. Yes, all these are experts, but you see, they're experts at different levels of their journey. So we do not treat them the same. We actually treat them same and yet different. So we meet the customer at their point of need along the continuum of developing the business. And this is very important. So for instance, if you're a consultant, I would advise that you create a flexible package instead of a rigid package. If you sell digital products, then my recommendation is offer personalized recommendations. Say, for this type of business, this is what I would recommend. For this type of business, this is what I would recommend. And now if you, like maybe a coach, you have a membership site, one of my recommendations would be you provide exclusive content based on user behavior, which means for this type of client, these will be the recommendations. You can give add-ons, you can take away some things, but the most important thing is the people need to feel that you have customized your offer, your service for them. So that's very important. The third way you can actually personalize your business is to use technology to scale personalization. Today we have AI, we have different technologies that are available for entrepreneurs. So you need to leverage these tools and automations so that you can personalize your business at scale. If you're able to do that, you are able to gain that extra advantage. And one of the things I recommend highly for all entrepreneurs is to have a CRM, what we call customer relationship management software, and because this allows you to track your customers, to be able to meet, have different even times of communicating to them, addressing them in different ways, so that way you can be able to optimize your care for them. And another thing I also recommend is you can use AI-driven recommendations on your website or your landing page or something, as the case may be. And the final element of leveraging technology is automating personalization of emails. Because today I want an email to come in my name, Dr. Gerald, right? I want the email. I don't want dear sir. What does dear sir mean? It means nothing. But technology allows you may have 1,000 or 10,000 emails, but it can be able to personalize. So that's very important. Okay? And the final, this is the fourth way you can leverage personalization is engaging with clients on a personal level. Now, personalization isn't just about products or services, but one of the things I recommend is that you even communicate in a personalized way. I just mentioned briefly in the previous section that you need to personalize the email name, okay? So address clients by their names in email and messages. So if you're going to send me a message, call my name, Dr. Gerald, hello, blah, blah, and then that will be good, right? I will feel good. I will feel that you have actually engaged me. And the second thing here is also respond to inquiries in a personalized way, not generic replies. Read my email, read my text message, and then talk to me as not like a machine, right? Talk to me as a person. You see, because now we have a lot of technology, people are actually not very comfortable with being treated generically, okay? And again, follow up with clients based on their specific needs and past interactions. Again, this is why you need CRM. So you will be able to move through the clients because you know what they said, and you can quote that when you sent us this email, when you sent us this text, this is what you said, following up that, this is what I'm going to do, right? So that way the clients feel engaged. And we have one bonus strategy here. This is, I recommend you continuously improve based on feedback, because feedback is important, especially for entrepreneurs who are starting out. When you start the process of personalization, test out what works, get feedback from people, seek feedback, tweak your approach. That way you would be able to actually to make a good recommendation. So my recommendation is, one way of getting feedback is send out surveys to gauge customer classification. You can analyze data that is coming out of what customers are saying, or even talk to other people who are more experienced. And this is where mentorship comes in, right? So if you're just starting in, you can sign up a coach, like somebody like me or another person, depending on your preference. So the whole idea is you keep learning, you keep interacting and improving. But the key issue is, I want you to leave this video with the thought that personalization equal to profitability. Because if you do not personalize, you are not going to be profitable in the long run, because it means you're only going to offer generic products and services, and customers aren't going to be very excited with you. Now, It may be slightly different if you are in a physical product business, but if you are in service-based industry, I highly recommend that you personalize and, if possible, customize your services so that your customers feel treated like kings and queens, and you would be able to retain them. Okay? Now, if you need help, you can go to geraldamandu.com and book a call with us there. And this is one way you can actually take your business to the next level, or you can still read some of the items in our blogs and or subscribe to one of our newsletters so that you can learn more of these technologies, more of the ideas to be able to improve your business. Okay, so if there's any comment you like, please comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, make sure you prioritize personalization because it equals profitability. See you in the next video.